we're started again.
You overshot, Percy.
Good to see all of you, and we're back. Dear Future Grandkids, Season 3 begins. Like always, I'm Jen in Singapore, that's Ange in Hong Kong, and Percy in the Philippines. And guess what, guys? This crazy COVID virtual experience has a Season 3. Can you believe it?
This is the show where we ask an interesting guest the big question: what would you say to your future grandkids? So, we ask what life lessons, what legacy, what stories, what memorabilia will they want to share with their next generation?
And we've never had anyone on Dear Future Grandkids quite like our next guest. He's an environmental activist working against rising sea levels and animal extinction. He was inspired by Greta Thunberg, who, when she was just 15 years old, she started a weekly protest outside the Swedish parliament. Following in Greta's spirit, our guest made a very basic cardboard sign asking for climate action. He stood outside his school, and get this, he was 10 years old at the time.
Ooh.
After 101 successive weeks of climate strikes outside schools and neighborhoods, he's been featured in the South China Morning Post and many other publications. He's given talks to multinational corporations and green groups, and he has become known as Hong Kong's very own version of Greta Thunberg. He's now the grand old age of 12. Please welcome student, climate activist, small person doing big, big things in the world, Lance Lau.
Hey!
Hello.
Hey! Hi, Lance.
Hello,
Thanks
everyone.
for joining us.
Lance, so good to have you on the show. And we know that you're just 12 years old. So I guess you've never imagined yourself as a grandparent?
No, not at all.
Fair. That's fair because you're 12. That's what you will look like, I don't know, 60 years from now.
Oh, hey!
What?
Future 80-year-old Lance.
I did not expect that.
That
The
was
literal
mind-blowing,
first
right?
minute I get on the show, I have shown myself with,
Yes.
In the future.
with a beard. Okay?
Yes,
Okay.
we're time travelers, Lance. We traveled to time to get those pictures to you.
Nice.
You look great, by the way. You look great.
Thank
Lance,
you.
got a question for you. Like, seriously, what made you start
Mhm.
campaigning for climate action?
Just, the fact that the climate crisis is just worsening by the day. We're having a floods, everywhere, even in developed places like Europe and many places in China.
Yeah, you said we only have 10 years, right? Otherwise,
Yeah,
it's too
I
late.
think the reports are all saying it's getting worse and the deadlines are all getting pushed forward. So it's not exactly good situation right now.
What's amazing about you, Lance, is a lot of us, especially us who are older, we read the reports, we know what's going on, but the most that we do is maybe post about it on social media. But you actually went out there and did something. How did you feel the first time you actually did something like physical, something that's really tangible and made your voice heard? How did you feel then?
Well, the first time I just really decided, no one is going to do anything because that day was global climate strike and Hong Kong because of a bunch of events, and no one wanted to go out to do the big strike in Central. So I decided, okay, I wanna do it myself. So I just went, grabbed a piece of paper, wrote some climate on it, and then paraded it through the hallway. And I really just thought, okay, I mean, I just want to do something. I'm not sure what this is gonna become, but I'll try my best. I'll do a bit.
Wow, that's pretty
Amazing.
brave. How did your family react to that and your friends?
I'm honestly really a bit of an annoying person, which means I get into like fights. I get angry at my classmates, and my parents are always getting calls from the social worker like every once in a while.
I can't believe that.
So like every, I don't know, 2-3 months, the social worker calls and says Lance is sad and he's crying or something like that. I went to the social worker's room and I just, actually strike. I didn't go to lessons for like a while. And during like recess, I grabbed like that paper sign I casually made, and I just waved it at my classmates and said, "Hey, climate change." And the kids are really they're really active. They ask a lot of questions. They're really interested in the topic. So yeah, I'm glad I started, and we have we had like a 5-person team pretty much that came every time, and I'd give them a script, which is basically Amazon fires, Schengen area flood, something like that. It's getting really hot somewhere, so I give them this kind of facts, a few facts, and we all go and we talk to people 2 to 3 at a time.
Wow,
It's
Lance,
just
I have to ask you this though. Did you not have second thoughts? I mean, after the first time, because you said you're not sure what's going to happen. Did you not get discouraged from doing it again? You just decided to just go on and on.
No, actually, the school actually encouraged me to do it, but under the
Oh,
condition that I don't disturb anyone. So, like, if I'm disturbing people while they're having lessons, it's fine. You can skip lessons, but you can't really disturb your classmates. They have to sit through lessons too because they want to. So, you know, if you don't disturb them, you can do whatever you want. We're perfectly fine with it.
wow,
wow.
Lance, you
Wow.
are a little pocket rock star. You really are. I did not know that. That's fantastic. We have some quick fire questions for you now. In
Okay.
3 words, describe yourself.
Um, Child Earth activist,
Name a cool place. One cool place you've traveled to.
Galapagos Islands, which is
Wow.
Ooh,
basically where those sea turtles, swimming iguanas, giant land turtles, and some really magical stuff is. Blue-footed boobies, etc.
nice,
It's
Wow, how
really
old
nice.
were
interesting.
you? How old were you when
That
you?
was I was like, I don't know, 9. Yeah, I think I was 9.
Wow,
Wow, so cool.
Lance, if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Mm, to be able to snap my fingers like Thanos, and then all the oil companies disappear.
I
Yeah.
have I have
Yes.
other things for you to make disappear.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll
Yeah.
give you a
Yeah.
list, and then
Yeah.
just keep
Lance.
snapping.
Yeah. When you get the power, we need to talk. We need to talk.
Yeah, we need to talk.
Okay.
Lance, do you collect anything? And if so, why?
Do I collect anything? I'm not sure. I sometimes collect like a few rocks and shells from like my travels. So I have like a volcanic rock from Italy. I have
Nice.
like a
Volcanic
rock
rock.
shell, a nice shell I found on a beach from like somewhere in Europe. I really don't know. So I just collect a shell or two if I see interesting things on like the beach or in the woods. So I just take a few things.
Nice.
And
Wow.
my collection hasn't. It's like not very big, and it's really scattered around the place. So I'm not sure if I even have them anymore. But you know,
Your parents are probably cleaning, and they go, "Oh, there's a rock here,"
Yeah.
not knowing
now
it's a
which
volcanic rock from
country was that
Italy.
from?
Yeah.
Yes, let me just chip away and put it in a microscope.
Yeah. Snap your fingers and it'll all come back to you, Lance.
Yes. Lance, in all your 12 years, name something cool that's happened to you apart from this cool thing that you're doing for the climate. Name something cool
Something
that's happened to you.
cool. Something cool that's happened to me.
Besides meeting us.
Oh, yeah. Of course. That's number two.
Why
Climate
did you
change and
find
then
that
meeting the three
funny?
of us.
Harsh, Lance. Harsh.
Harsh, harsh.
Okay, something cool that's happened to me. I
Yeah.
think having, a really cool school and really cool teachers. I've had some really kind teachers and supportive and really funny headmasters. And they hold a special theme every year, which is really interesting. You get to collect cards. special cards, which are up in the drawer. I could grab them now. Really,
Yeah.
really interesting things. Let me go grab my cards.
Yeah,
Wait.
sure. That sounds like an
Yeah,
amazing
sure.
school with an amazing headmaster.
I mean, wait, it's a school that says you can skip class for as long as you don't
And
disturb anybody. I
yeah,
love
if you
that.
believe in the course
Can my
and
school
just
tell me that? Yeah.
when I was in school, that wasn't gonna happen.
Pretty much I have
Yeah,
like
if
a
I was in
bunch of
school.
pretty much I have a bunch of cards from schools. Like
Okay.
everything has like a bunch of
Let me see.
airplane model. So one year they did planes, and we had a bunch of plane cards, really interesting. And another year they did pretty much a recap of everything. So pretty much you had like 4 cards for every year, which was really interesting. Really nice throwback for I think many of the older students. And
Do you have it with you?
I think it's in the next room, but I don't want to really
With
because
the
like we're
volcanic rock.
packing
It's
up.
probably with the
Everything's
volcanic rock.
everything's so messy.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
Lance is moving to England. When are you moving?
we're moving
When
like
moving.
in a few days. Actually, tomorrow.
You're moving
So
tomorrow.
everything's packed.
So the place is either packed or messy, or unpacked.
wow.
In which
Fair
case,
enough.
oh no.
Fair enough. So I mean,
So-
the whole house is a mess and things are missing. But for yourself, do you have any sort of strange habits or rituals? Like before you have a talk, or what do you normally do?
Strange habits or rituals.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think some people might consider strange. So, kind of what like we're doing this because of love for say the earth, for the animals, and some people might like find that strange. That's kind of like um universe kind of meditation, new age kind of trust, kind of a religion. Well, not really, but like you meditate and you feel the earth. So it's kind of some people might find that a strange thing to trust, but it's pretty much like increasing your connection to the earth. So it's more like we kind of do this thing every time we do talk to say, okay, love for the earth, we're doing this for the earth, and we're not doing this for fame, we're not doing this for ourselves. So
Oh, your parents must be so proud of you. You're just so amazing, and you do so much. But do you actually get bored sometimes? And if you get bored, what do you do? I mean, you already do so much at such a young age.
I mean, maybe I read. I play video games, I talk to my friends on social media, and I guess I play a bit more video games than the other two options.
Oh yeah, you're 12. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
You-
Once
you-
again,
you-
I am
you
a
are-
child. I am a
Yeah,
child.
you-
I'm slightly
You-
dumb. I'm slightly idiotic.
You are allowed to play video games at 12, Lance.
No,
It's
no,
fine.
no, no. We are still slightly idiotic. We at our age.
Yes.
You are actually doing really well.
I know your stuff's in boxes because you're literally moving house tomorrow. But could you grab 2 items from your home that have a special meaning for you, and then bring them back here and do a show and tell
Okay.
for us? Great, off you go.
Lance is more organized than all of us put together. At 12, I was still dreaming of playing for Manchester United or being a tennis pro, but actually not doing anything to make that happen. Let alone
Yeah.
stand up, and care about the climate and
Do
actually do
something.
something
Yeah.
about it. That's just amazing.
Hello.
Hi, Lance. Welcome
So,
back.
What
I
have you got?
guess here's my 2 things. So firstly, here's one of my signs. This one is very sturdy when compared to some of my others. And last time, I melted too because it was pretty much a typhoon. And then we were doing photo shoot, and then 2 of my signs got melted. We were planning to put them in the water
What?
anyway. Yeah, we were planning to
Melted.
put them in the water anyway, so it's fine. But melted pretty much when rain
Wow.
wets
Yeah, so
cardboard
just
and the
disintegrated.
paint goes everywhere.
Wow.
And the entire thing gets ruined. So it's trash both.
The
And
legendary
so
sign.
here's one of my signs. And then here is slightly smaller thing here is a boat from Peru.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
So
Wow.
this
oh
is
wow.
pretty much a boat from Puerto Maldonado in the Amazon.
So you went?
So yeah, I went to the Amazon, and this is really what you see there. There's like a bunch of toucans, birds. Oh yes, and here are the cards I talked
You-
about.
Yes, you found
These
them.
are this year's cards.
Wow, that's
So
so
that's
cool.
really
They're
interesting.
Oh,
professionally made and laminated
oh,
and
cute.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
What a
and
great
They
school.
are cool.
I
Yeah.
absolutely love trains. So
Yeah,
I label I
they're
labeled
like
every
NBA
card with
cards.
I labeled every card with a train station. So this is what
no
I've got.
way.
There are comments here. JM Entertainment is telling you that honestly don't know how some people would ignore the climate and think it's unreal when someone as young as Lance can see that climate change is real and fights against it. You're
Of
definitely doing
course.
much better than we are, Lance. Angeline also said there was a message that she said that she's a teacher,
Oh
and
wow.
she
Oh.
says that your teachers are probably very inspired by you. Elijah Canlas, who's actually an actor and our first guest on Dear Future
Elijah.
Grandkids, is watching. He says you're
No way.
amazing, Lance.
Thank you so
He's
much.
much older than you. He's 20, 21.
Yeah, yeah, all of 21.
Much older.
I just want to thank you all for all the lovely comments, and just want to say, we can all make a difference. So it's doesn't have to be very big. You can just eat one bit of less meat. We can have one meal a day with no meat, or we can have um, one less plastic bag use by bringing your own. So it's pretty simple, and we all have the ability to do something about it. I mean, hey, I'm 12. I'm a little kid. I just saw this video and said, "Ooh, I want to do something." So that's the only reason I'm here now. So we can all do something, especially and Angeline, right? You're a teacher. You can teach your students about climate change. You can just talk about it as an example during class. And if anyone's like, working in a certain company, you can encourage your company to have green products. It's pretty simple, honestly.
On our show, Dear Future Grandkids, we've got this very strange habit. We like to nosy around people's houses, and we would like to find out whether, is there a part of your room, part of your house that you're embarrassed of? And especially, we're making use of this opportunity because we know that you're moving in a couple of days. So your house is probably just, like a typhoon site. So you want to show us like a corner of shame or somewhere that you're not proud about?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For starters,
Yeah.
we have this. I mean, there's a bunch of like random paper stacked here. A bunch of wires, books under the curtain. Wait, yeah, a bunch of books under the curtain for starters. And then over here we have just the carnage.
That's a mess. That is a
Carnage.
mess. What's going
And
on
beh-
there?
And behind my computer, there is a literal mess of wires that was messier than before, but looks like half the machines have been pulled out. So it's not as messy. And there's a bunch of plastic bags and Lay's chips behind my computer here too.
Oh, I want a Lay's chip.
You know what?
The bag's
I mean,
empty.
you've just made us all feel worse because that's the worst you can get. It's fine. That looks like our everyday.
Oh, hello.
Talking
Yeah.
about Jen.
Little
Jen,
kitty.
what are you
I've
talking
been
about?
to your place, Ange. I know what I'm talking about. Well, Lance,
Yeah.
thank you
That's
so
it?
much for showing us
Oh,
your
there's a
part
dog
of
there.
your
Is that a
house.
dog?
Yeah.
No, that's a cat.
The cat. That was a
Alright.
It's
cat.
My-
massive.
Yeah.
It's massive.
My fluffy kitty.
Oh, hi.
Oh
Oh, it's
my
massive.
goodness,
It's
Massive.
massive.
Oh no, his usual spot's been crammed up with handbags.
That cat is the size of a dog.
Oh my god.
Yes.
We're bringing this one to England.
Oh,
What's his name?
Oh,
enjoy the
He's
cold.
Neo.
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 Enjoy the cold. Yeah, he has a very thick bit of fur, so
He'll be all
He
right
should
there.
be fine. He'll be all right. He's probably not all right here in Hong Kong, actually,
Yeah.
because it's
True.
way too hot for him.
Yeah.
So that's your cat. That's your family pet. Could you tell us more about your family?
My family. Well, they're great people. That's all I can say. I mean,
Oh.
like a lot of parents in Hong Kong are honestly really not that keen on following their child to like places like England. And I requested, all right, if we're going to England, you two are coming with me. And they did. So
Wow.
yeah, I'm very lucky, of course. My parents, supportive school, supportive classmates. Compared to a lot of other activists, I am very, very lucky.
Wow.
There you are.
Oh, and also someone's
Amazing.
asking what breed is the cat. He's a chinchilla, so Persian.
Oh yes,
A
you've
chinchilla.
got comments. What a beautiful cat. From Angeline. Carlos says, look at the fur. Oh, chinchilla.
Yeah.
Can we get him to walk in front of the camera?
Sure.
Yeah.
Can we
Nia just
get
told
you
the
to walk
show.
in front of the camera?
Let's
Can
do
we
it.
get you to? Can we get him to? Whoops.
Come on, Neo. Come on, Neo. Don't
Whoops.
Come on,
we're
Neo.
live. We're live,
Whoops.
Neo. Come on.
Just look up. Come on, we're live.
Come on, Neil. Come on, Neil.
We're live.
Come on. One look.
We're
Neo.
live.
One.
Just in your face.
Hey.
Yay! Yay!
Yay!
We see an
Nia.
eye. We see one eye.
We've seen an eye.
Neil's
Yeah,
like,
we saw an
do
eye.
not touch me. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone, human being. Leave me alone.
Yeah. I didn't say you can touch me. I'm a cat.
He's too fluffy. He's
He is.
irresistible.
He's exactly the right amount of fluffy that Neo needs to be, I would say.
Yes.
Hey, Lance, have you got your phone nearby? Because we've come to the part of the show where we want you to leave a meaningful voice message to someone special in your life. So grab your phone, if you can find it amongst the boxes. Oh, great.
There. Organized.
Leave a voice message. You don't have to tell us who it's for. We shall just
Okay.
wait here.
You've got my number, right, Lance?
No. No.
Meaningful person? No? Too soon?
No.
Too soon? Okay, too soon.
Thanos, I think Thanos.
We'll give it some time. We give it some time.
Let's see. Oh yes. So pretty much, I have had a really kind teacher. She's called Miss Tin. She is now in Korea, and she was my Chinese teacher. So she was my Chinese teacher in P1 and P5. So she has been the kindest person I know. The only memory, right, in the entire year of my primary one, the only memory of her ever like getting angry at the class was there was only once in the entire year. She only got angry at us once. But it's in Putonghua, so I'll translate it to English later.
Yes, that's fine.
你好，田老师，我现在准备去英国了，谢谢你多年的教育，还有支持我，真的真心去感谢你，我希望能在其他时候能再见面，那我现在就准备搬家去英国，去中学了，谢谢你，再见。
Oh.
So pretty much
What
I'm
did you-
saying, we're heading to England now,
Yeah.
and I love to thank you for your support and meaningful words in your 2 years teaching me. So
Oh, she is
Oh.
going to be blown away by
Yeah.
that message. It'll be such a highlight for her to hear you say that
Also-
to her. Mm.
cute cat
Also what-
picture, which I found.
There.
I found. I sent her a picture of my cat.
You also sent her a picture of your cat. Wow, Miss Tin.
Do you know what, Lance? It's just amazing when you start talking and you're so passionate and I can't believe you're 12. You're so matured and you're so sound. And then the things like this just reminds me that you're 12 again, which is brilliant. Because here's a cat picture. That's never changed. That's brilliant.
Yeah, never change.
That's really sweet. But I know we know that you're just 12, but what life advice you most often give to your fellow friends in school, 12-year-olds, or even to adults? Is there any advice that you normally give?
So if it's, related to like what I'm doing, really it would be, no one is too small to make a difference. And every dollar you spend every dollar you spend is really making a huge impact in an environmental perspective. So if you're spending it on, meat, or if you're spending on, vegetarian meal, that dollar has a huge difference. So simply by spending it for the environment, for Earth, and